Welcome to episode 2.
Season 2, episode 2.
A full credit to the girls. We're glad to have you with us. Let's get into it. Highs and lows.
Oh,
We're going to keep doing highs and lows because we got feedback that people love it. So
bombarded with positive feedback.
thanks for all the DMs, guys. Seriously, we appreciate it.
Our fan chat, for real.
So what's your... Do you want to start with low?
My low is just that I am at uni, so I have 2 assignments due this weekend.
Rough.
Pretty standard low, I feel. That's always my low.
It's a classic low.
What about you?
My low is that yesterday at work, I burnt the shite out of my hand. Poured an entire cup of boiling water on my hand, accidentally, obviously, and it's bubbling. So that's really great.
Really, really, really fun.
Like, put my hand in cold water for 20 minutes, put like 14 packets of burn cream on it, and then got in the car to go home, and it was like burning so much that I was in tears driving home.
Oh, I didn't know you were crying.
I was crying, dude. What's new, really? That's my reaction to everything, but still.
Okay, interrupting for a second. I Googled last night what the average amount of crying for a person was. I was just curious, no reason.
For a person or for a 21-year-old woman?
Didn't specify. It did, however, specify average for female versus male.
Okay.
Do you want to guess? It's a certain amount per month.
Like 5?
That's a good guess. Women are 3 to 5 times a month. Men are 1 to 3 times a month.
See, depending on what month it is, like if I'm in the middle of uni assignments, and that's the month I'm in, anywhere from 15 to 47 times a month.
Yeah, well, I was like 3 to 5 times a week, surely.
Yeah.
I'm currently watching Grey's Anatomy, though, so I'm blaming that.
Tuck your...
Wardrobe malfunction.
Wardrobe malfunction,
oh,
guys.
No.
Seriously. I hope I'm not... I thought I was flashing you for a second.
Yeah, I just found that information really interesting.
Wow.
Sorry, continue with your burn victim story.
I just feel like because my car is not airconned, another low.
Yeah.
That like getting in and the heat from the car and then my hand being in the sun while I was driving was making it a lot worse.
Mm.
And so I was like ripping open burn cream packets in the car while I was driving. Wouldn't recommend. Workplace health and safety issue, seriously.
Yeah.
And like putting it on my hand in the car because I was just so uncomfortable. And then I just sat the rest of the day with my hand in water. Not fun, but it did work. Like, I thought it was going to be really bad.
Mm-mm.
And it's not that bad at all. It just kind of hurts when I like touch things with the back of my hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, that's my low. What's your high?
I went to see the turtles hatch at
Yes.
Bagara Monrepay, I think is what it's actually called.
Okay.
Just in case you want to go. It was really interesting. It was
Yeah.
really cute. They're tiny little turtles. I love turtles.
So cute.
Yeah, with my niece and my nephew and my mom and my dad and my sister.
Slay.
That's really cute.
I love that.
Fun little 5-hour road trip there and back.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I was looking on Snap Maps and you were quite far away. Not used to it.
Yeah.
Not used to the distance.
For real.
Long distance friendship, seriously. It's not okay.
No, but it was fun. What's your high?
My high is that I was a big girl and on Monday I had an interview for an internship that I have to do for uni. I was shitting my pants, but I bought a new outfit and I girl bossed it and I got the position.
So good.
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you. Target.
Popped off. And the bag?
So
is the bag
good.
from Target too?
The bag's from Kmart.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really cute.
Go look at my Instagram if you want to see at Georgie McPhee.
Yeah, it's really good. You do it. Do it. Go right now.
And Target commented on my post. Did you see that?
No.
They just commented like True Love Hearts. I was like, oh.
So I'm an influencer.
So what the hell? I'm literally famous.
Wow.
I mean, I did tag them, but still, like...
Yeah, big corporation though.
Yeah, so rogue.
Oh, so
Anyways.
you're famous. Okay.
Yeah, it's my high.
great high.
Yeah. Yeah, daunting though. Like, now I actually have to follow through with it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what if I accidentally lied? What if I accidentally told them all of these things and I can't do it?
No, you didn't.
I didn't. I'll be fine. Okay. Let's get into it. I feel like this is the most sport I've ever watched
in my entire life.
In my life.
Literally.
We bit the bullet and bought KO subscriptions. $25 a month.
25?
Yeah.
How'd you get 25?
How much are you spending?
35. There's a 25 option?
Well, I just got the 1 HD or whatever it is. There's like a 1 and a 2.
It didn't even let me pick. I've got 2 screens.
Oh, I've only got 1. You need to change that on your account,
go have a look at that.
Yeah.
I was looking for another option and it wasn't coming up.
We'll sort it out after. Don't you worry.
Put that in my to-do list. For real, unemployed person paying extra. What?
Yeah, but the $25 came out of my account and I was like,
oh. So I'm actually paying for this.
So I'm actually paying for this and I don't have the money to be paying for this.
Yeah.
But if you keep the 2 screens and we could just go halves and then watch...
split it.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Let's do that.
Okay. We've got that sorted, guys. Don't you worry.
I know you were really stressed for us. It's sorted.
Okay, so there were a lot of games on this weekend. The preseason for NRL started. The Union season is started. AFL preseason.
Yeah, I don't know what the AFL was doing.
No, because it wasn't on their draw.
Yeah.
Like the preseason draw, it doesn't actually start until next week.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of rogue. There was All-Stars game for AFL and for NRL.
Yeah. But let's get into NRL first.
Yeah.
So,
first game that happened was the Cowboys versus the Dolphins. Dolphins won 8-50. And I'm not going to lie, I did not watch this one.
Neither. No, sorry.
So that's all I have to say about that.
Which is sad because I would love to watch the Dolphins.
I didn't even know that was occurring. Like, I don't know when it happened.
I think it was the first one to happen. I think it might have been on Thursday night. Sorry, I was a bit preoccupied on Thursday night.
Yeah, me too.
We all were.
Moving on.
I wonder who played in the Dolphins though, because I'm fairly certain. Like, I thought that everyone was playing like their kind of B string.
So did I.
Maybe some of their like in-season players to see who is like vibing with who.
Yeah, and who they want on their first string. I don't know.
I wonder. Well, we're not going to find out. Sorry.
But I was looking at the team lists for next week.
Yeah.
So this week, a lot of the teams were names that I didn't recognize immediately.
Yeah.
And next week, they're still in preseason, but they're playing big names.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? Did everybody just agree to do like 2 weeks of lesser known players?
Well, I don't know, because the Warriors played a lot of their first string.
But they're going to Vegas, so I wonder if that's why.
True, because they were playing on a Vegas-sized field.
Yeah.
Which the Storm agreed to. Silly buggers, because they lost 10-36. Awkward. But they were also not playing a lot of their...
Yeah.
Or if any?
Storm didn't play any names that I recognised.
No.
And the commentators were like, there was a stat that I put in. They had 1,400 more first grade games.
Like experience.
Of experience in the Warriors side than the Storm side.
Yeah. So I think it would be a bit embarrassing if they didn't win.
Yeah. Concerning.
Yeah. Not to say that the Storm wasn't playing half decent. Like,
no,
it's
it was
not like
a
they
good
were
game.
playing badly.
What's his name? I texted you about him.
Oh.
Chanel Harris Tavita?
Yes. Is that who it was?
Smash. I think so.
He was really hot.
He's really attractive. Go give him a little search. And he played really well.
And I just don't know why I thought I'd be able to find it in our...
That is long gone.
Years ago.
Honestly.
Rabbitohs versus Sea Eagles. Didn't watch that either, so sorry. But Sea Eagles won 34-24.
Mm-hmm. I also did not watch. Then we have the Broncos Titans game. Broncos on top, 50-12.
Which I was impressed by.
Me too. It was a good game.
They were playing so well.
I was really impressed.
Kobe Hetherington, absolutely slayed. Corey Pakes and Dean Mariner.
And Jock.
2 tries each. Jock Madden kicking like a champ.
Was so impressed with blood in his eye.
I was like, brother,
Did really well.
they all did really well. And I feel like they all did very well. Like, something that really annoys me is that they don't stay on the wing, and it gives the other team the opportunity to get through and score because no one's out there. But they did a really good job of staying where they needed to be.
In position, boys. Good job.
Like, their defense was so good. And so was their offense, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, well, you don't get 50
Yeah.
points for nothing.
That's true.
I also have a question about this.
Dude, I cackled reading this because I thought the exact same thing. I was like, why the fuck is this happening?
Every time the Broncos got any points, whether it was a try or they kicked it or anything, there was a horse neighing. And I just was literally looking out the window like, did we just drive? I was watching this in the car.
Yeah.
Did we just drive past a ranch? Like, what is going on?
So funny. Because it happened the first time and I was like,
What?
did I hear that? And then it kept happening and I was like,
What
don't
is
really
going
understand.
on? I'm like, is it a KO thing? Is it just new for the season? I don't know.
Is there someone whose whole job is just sitting there waiting for them to try so they go,
Lick the horse sound?
so funny.
Literally threw me off so
This is so funny.
much.
Also, I thought AJ Brimson from the Titans smash for real.
Sorry, go.
I thought he was like a first string starting player.
He looks like Connor Watson
He does.
so much.
He does.
I get them confused every time. I think they're both first string vibes. Are they not?
Well, the guy on the TV was saying that he only played like 6 or something professional games last year.
Interesting.
That could have been because
Was he
he was
injured?
injured.
I don't know.
But they were like talking about how he has such like promise to the game and like all this stuff. He has, what's the word I'm thinking of?
So much potential.
Yes. And I was
Interesting.
like, I thought this man was a starting player.
I thought potential had been shown.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I get him and Connor Watson confused, so they're both the same person in my head, honestly.
I think Connor Watson starts though.
Yeah, well, he was in the Indigenous game,
Yeah.
so I assume that all of them are starting players.
You'd assume.
Yeah, they played their B-string team. Anyway, then we have Bulldogs versus Tigers. Bulldogs won 20-14.
That's close.
Yeah,
I'm
this was
whipping
playing
my
while I
hair.
was having dinner at a golf club.
Oh, she's one of those girls.
Yeah.
Got her phone out at dinner.
No, I was playing on the screen.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No. So I was glancing here and there.
Dragons versus Roosters. Dragons won 26-8.
Yeah, I'm a newly found Dragons fan because I think you'll know who I'm talking about. One of my dad's friends used to play NRL and I didn't realise, but he played for the Dragons. So now I like the Dragons.
Fair enough.
I just feel a connection with them, you know.
Because Ben Hunt came from the Dragons, didn't he?
Yeah, he's played a lot of places, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because didn't he play for the Rabbitohs?
Disclaimer, Ben Hunt is not my connection. I don't know that.
No. Hey, maybe. Hey, who knows?
If you want to know me, I'll get to know you too. In a friendly capacity.
In a friendly manner.
Obviously.
Okay, lot to say about the All-Stars game.
Oh, good game.
The men's Maori versus Indigenous.
Mm-hmm.
New Zealand won.
Yep.
10-6.
Booyah.
Still a close game.
Was very close. Yeah. From the first, like, when they did their, I don't know what to call it, their, like, challenge.
Yep.
Haka, but I don't think it was actually a haka.
Mm.
And whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, this is going to be intense.
Yeah.
Because it was a very intense display.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm using the right
Well,
words.
I feel like it's deeper when your culture is behind you, you know?
Yeah.
Like, obviously
it
your...
meant something more.
Yeah, your
to
connection to your team is deep, but, like, your culture is where you're from and, like, what your values and beliefs are and stuff. Like, I think it would be more, like, higher stakes for the players.
Yeah. I'm used to watching, like, an All Blacks haka where they don't, like, they all had, I'm not going to use the right word, I don't know what it's called, like a staff. Stick thing. Spear, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a prop involved. I was very intrigued.
True.
Formations, I was going dance student on there.
Yes. Analytical essay
I was
on
going to
it.
call it a war cry. I don't know what to call it. I'm getting nervous.
Oh, let's get into it. Okay.
So Jaden Campbell played All-Stars for the first time.
Okay.
And his dad was the inspiration for the game. Okay. So I think from what I was reading, he went to the NRL and was like, hey, let's do this game. Gonna be sick. He's got the medal. So like the player of the match medal is called the Preston Campbell medal.
Yeah.
That's Jaden Campbell's dad.
Oh.
Jaden Campbell was the first second generation player to ever play.
Wow.
Which I thought was really interesting.
That is really interesting.
Because it's like, in my head, this just would have been around forever. And it just evidently has not been around forever.
Wow. So, wait, but they've played Maori and Indigenous before? Or no, this is the first time?
No, they've played it before. So, Jaden Campbell's dad is the one who was like, let's do a Maori Indigenous.
Oh, not this
game.
year, but like...
No, like back in the day.
Back in the day.
I don't know what day, but back.
Back when?
Someday.
The other day. Wow.
So he was the first second generation player.
That's pretty cool.
Which is so interesting.
Especially when your dad was the one to be like, let's do this.
Shit. Yeah.
Damn.
And they have lots of talks about I don't know what, in all of the post interviews, they're like the timing for the next few games, like talking about it not existing is the vibe that I was getting from them. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Maori versus Indigenous game?
Yeah.
Oh.
They were like, hope the timing can work out for the next games. So I'm like, are they trying to can it? Like, what's going on? I don't know. Probably should have done a bit more research on that. Sorry, guys.
For the next years?
Mm.
Weird.
Yeah, so I don't know. Because it was a cool game to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe because, like, season launches and stuff that they can't go to or whatever. But surely, like, pish-posh, really.
Yeah. In the grand scheme of things, what's more important?
A social season
Gathering.
launch or culture versus culture?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know which one I'd prefer to see.
I also thought it was interesting because they were playing in quarters.
Because apparently it was so hot.
Yeah.
I read that. Liv wrote that down and I just read it.
And hey, that could be hearsay because Dad told me that. But they were just going and taking like 10, 15 minutes to drink some water and some Gatorade and stuff.
Wow.
Which I was like, yeah, it was really hot. I was sweating. I actually turned the aircon on. And Dad let me.
Whoa.
That's a big thing.
That's a big feat.
Like in the lounge.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it was really hot. But I didn't realise that they would do that. I don't know.
Well, I guess better to...
Safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Don't want them dying of heat exhaustion.
Literally passing out.
But I just thought that was an interesting little tidbit.
Jesse Arthurs got the Preston Campbell medal and was described as the sauciest man in the NRL by none other than our favourite Pookie, Sean Johnson, who is now on the Fox panel thing. You know who else is on the Fox panel thing?
Kev.
Our good old Kev Walters.
Kevy boo.
He popped up when I was watching the Broncos v Titans game. I was like, Kevin! Kevin!
Mr. Walters! Hello.
Oh.
Yeah, I did see that. I was like, hey, good on him. Stay involved. Don't just disappear.
Yeah.
I enjoy.
Yeah.
Good move from him, I would say.
For real.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, Jesse Arthurs was looking like a smash out there. Haircut is doing... Well, it's not a haircut. He's grown his hair and it's looking good.
I feel like they're all growing their hair out.
They are.
And it started a little movement.
Yeah. And Jesse and Jordan's like...
Frosted tips. Frosted tips, yeah, that's what it's called.
Smash. Didn't like it originally, but now that it's grown out a bit, I'm enjoying. So keep it up, boys.
But I can't tell if it looks kind of grey.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you look like old? I'm not sure.
I like it.
That's fair. I mean, smash regardless, to be honest. But
yeah, for real.
Hey, is what it is. I thought this was
really nice.
Beautiful.
I agree.
To be fair, I only saw it on TikTok. I mean, I read an article about it.
How could you expose yourself?
So New Zealand unrest is currently happening. Unrest is probably not the right word, but there's like
There's some tension.
contention.
Yeah.
That's not the right word either.
No, there's some political unrest, I would say, because of the Treaty of Waitangi
Yes.
between
Because
the
it's
Maori
been
and
proposed for review.
Maori and the government.
Yes.
So they made a treaty back in the day that was like, these are your rights to the land. We'll make this agreement. And now the government's like, well, we're changing it.
Yeah.
We're redefining the terms in it. And
Yes. Which obviously is a tumultuous task.
Yes.
But I think it was the Indigenous captain.
Yeah.
At the end of his speech was like, we know there's unrest, like culture to culture. It's important to support each other. Like, we're here for you no matter what happens. Like, we support you. And I was like,
yeah, his quote was, culture elevates culture, which I was like, oh, that is beautiful.
it's gorgeous.
Literally.
I was like, you didn't have to do that.
No. And they lost, so they could have just gone up and been like, great game, guys.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yeah.
But no.
A little bit of support goes a long way, you know?
Exactly.
Love it.
Exactly.
Okay. The women Indigenous versus Maori game. My apologies.
Indigenous won 20-18, and the only things that I have seen about this game online are that it was rigged and that it was bad reffing, and
Wow.
like I haven't seen anything other than like, what the fuck was that ref doing? Rah 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 rah, which I thought was really interesting.
From the Maori team? Like, from the Maori supporters? Or just
from
everyone?
everyone. Like, I haven't seen, like, if you went on their Instagram, I think most of the comments you'll see from, I don't know who they support, but it's all like, what was that ref doing?
Wow.
Whatever. Because in the last, I think it was like 2 minutes or something, their Indigenous had a kick. They were kicking and the Maori charged it down, Maori team, and they counted it as a knock on. So then they got a penalty or whatever and kicked in front of the posts to win the game. So it was like a, why would you count that as a knock on? Oh no, it wasn't counted as a knock on. It was counted as dangerous play. So they got a penalty because she jumped in front of a kicking leg.
Oh, well, I guess to be fair.
But like, is that not what a charge down is? I thought charge downs were allowed. I don't know. Not a ref. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe there's a rule about how far, like, the follow through has to be completed. Or...
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, because she didn't touch the ball, and it was counted as running through a kicking leg, which is dangerous action. Illegal play, whatever, I don't know. So all I'm seeing are comments about that.
Interesting.
Which I'm like, I don't really understand. It was a good game, though.
That's very interesting. I don't really get it.
Yeah, no, me either. Maori team also got 10 in the bin for a hip drop tackle.
Fair.
Not allowed to do those, guys.
Fair.
Not allowed to do those.
Kylie Joseph? Is that how you say that name?
I think so.
Kylie? Won the Trish Hina medal, named after rugby league's first female Maori superstar. That's pretty cool.
I actually copy and pasted that directly after I googled, who is Trish Hina? And that's what came up. I don't know. I just copy and pasted. She played touch and union and league. I was reading about it. I was really procrastinating my uni assignments by diving deep into my sport knowledge.
Deep
on the
dive.
weekend. Yeah.
And yet we didn't find out why not touching the ball counted as running through. Maybe I'll Google that now. You go on to Super Rugby.
Okay, so we have the Super Rugby round 1. Crusaders vs Hurricanes was the first game. Crusaders won 33-25. Kyle Preston debuted in the first 10 minutes. He wasn't meant to come on until, I'm assuming, the second half because the person he was replacing got hurt. And he got a hat-trick on his debut in round 1. and played
That's so cool.
a very impressive game.
Wow.
And I'm pretty sure she was saying that he was a tradie. Like the interviewer, reporter girl. It's like, yeah, so tradie day to day, like he's not like a...
How
he's
old
not
did you
making
say
all
he
his
was?
money. I did not say an age.
Oh. Fair.
I could Google it. Kyle Preston.
Who is Kyle Preston?
In that same... He is... Sorry, I'm distracting myself. He's 25. Plays halfback. He's 1.77 meters tall. And that's all I've got for you. Ruben Love did not play. He had ankle surgery, still in recovery. Really sad about it, can't lie. And then my final note on this game was shout out to James O'Connor because he is looking so smashable. He is so hot at the moment, and he also debuted for the Crusaders. He used to play for the Reds.
Interesting.
And he's jumped ship over the ditch. Is that what they say?
I can't find anything about this.
Yeah, I was looking for it. I couldn't find anything. This is what I found through my TikTok research. But yeah, then we also have Waratahs versus Highlanders. Waratahs won 37-36. Joey Swilui debuted. Yay! And then won the game.
Who rocks the party? The rocks the party.
We rock the party. The rocks the party. Everybody go listen to We Rock the Party.
By Off Season.
Off Season, that's what it's called. I was like, I can't remember what their band name
What
is.
their gang name is. I'm just kidding.
I also didn't really watch the Waratahs Highlanders game because it was family dinner. And
how did our tipping go?
That's what I have to say.
Oh.
We, first 3 games, crushed it. So we got Crusaders versus Hurricanes right, except we didn't get our margin right. We said 3-point difference. There was an 8-point difference. Happens to the best. We got Waratahs versus Highlanders right. And we got Drua versus Brumbies right, which I was slightly skeptical when you picked Brumbies, not going to lie, because Fiji normally dominates when they play home games in Fiji. And the Brumbies were the first Australian team to beat Drua in Fiji. So they made some history there.
It's because I betted on them.
Proud of them. Then, yeah.
Wow.
Then we have Blues Chiefs. This was my fault. I said go the Blues, but I just am a Blues stan. Couldn't help it. Chiefs won 25-14.
There was a streaker,
and the video is hilarious.
He slipped, and the secchies trying to tackle him slipped, and it was right in the middle of play. Like, you can see the players in formation, ready to play the ball, and suddenly there's a naked man, balls to the wind, running around.
It was hilarious.
That's
I'm going to
so
show
funny.
you. I'll send you the video. I saw it on Instagram, not TikTok, so we can't repost, but maybe we could put it on our story. I don't know. It might be against community guidelines. Go search for it. Literally just Eden Park stripper.
That's
Stripper? Streaker. Literally was hilarious. I saw it on Instagram.
Oh, that's
Hilarious. Then next game, last game for Super Rugby, was Force versus Moana. We tipped Moana. They lost 44-45. And Force scored under the bar in the 83rd minute. So they were in overtime. Moana was winning. Force scored.
Fuck's sake.
So we were so close.
Damn
but
it.
no cigar, unfortunately.
So what does that mean?
So we just have 3 points. Our score is 3, and our ranking overall 1,668.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder what Dad got. Dad tips. I wonder who he was tipping.
I think I'm going to do NRL tipping through work. You have to pay $20 though. FML.
Oh,
I don't have that kind of dough.
kind of rogue.
That kind of cash.
Do it though. I think it's fun. I'm having a grand old time being like, oh, am I winning? Did I get? And so we can tip. Should we tip for next week now before we get onto AFL? Okay. So we've got Chiefs Crusaders. I'm a fan of the Crusaders over the Chiefs, I would say, but Chiefs are kind of dominating at the moment. I just like Will Jordan.
Yeah, go Crusaders.
Oh, the Crusaders. Dad hates the Crusaders.
Oh.
Only because they're rival. They rival with the Blues.
Oh.
Then we've got Reds versus Moana at Suncorp.
Go the Reds.
Yeah. Up the Reds.
Up! Oh, sorry. Up the Reds!
It's at Suncorp. I kind of want to go.
Should we get tickets?
On Friday? 6:30?
Yeah, Dobbs.
I've got a 21st, but I don't know if it's Friday or Saturday.
Excuse me, you have other friends?
Sorry.
What the hell?
Shout out my uni gals.
Oh.
Then we've got Hurricanes versus Drua, and we get to pick a point margin. It's at McLean Park, so it's not in Fiji. So let's go Hurricanes.
Okay.
And what do you reckon the point margin will be?
6.
6?
Teen. Haha. No, just 6.
It could be 16, honestly.
Oh.
Then we've got Blues Highlanders.
You
Up
want to
the
go
Blues.
the Blues?
Yeah, I do want to go the Blues. And then we've got Brumbies versus Force. 97% have tipped Brumbies.
Yeah, I was going to say Brumbies anyway.
Okay, saving that. Tips have been saved. Let's go, girls.
Do we win any money if we get first?
I think we just take ourselves out. Night out. I'll pay for your drinks, you pay for mine.
Slay. I can get behind it. Oh, yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, that's all we have for Super Rugby. Moving on to AFL.
Guys, I already played a couple games yesterday. Firstly, I watched is a loose word for what I did. Geelong versus Hawthorn.
Mm-hmm.
Geelong won 106 to 86. Sad for my little
Dang,
Hockball boys, but also Bailey Smith.
He's so hot. He is so hot. Do you remember? I think my wow, AFL is a hot sport.
Yeah.
Was because Bailey Smith did a campaign with Cotton On
Yes.
ages ago, and I was like, who is that man? I need to be part of his fandom.
I need to smash.
For real.
Yes, that was the only reason I watched that, because Hawthorn love and Bailey Smith love.
Sorry, got a question.
Yeah.
Going back to NRL drama, do we think Emma Mack and Ryan Pappenhausen have broken up? Because I keep seeing in all of Emma Mack's TikToks, the search is Emma Mack, Ryan Pappenhausen break up.
Because she wasn't in his recent Instagram dump.
Yeah.
Like his starting 2025.
And but in the podcast that they do with Money and Hughes and
Yeah.
Pappy, because we're on a nickname basis, obviously.
Of course.
They were doing the partner whatever, and he was like, well, you guys go because mine's newer than yours.
Oh.
Because Molly and Jerome have been together since they were 15.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Munster's wife's name is, but they've been together for ages too. So I'm like, I don't know. And maybe that was filmed ages ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. Speculation here for real.
Interesting. Speaking of NRL couples, Paddy's
Oh,
off the market,
yeah.
allegedly.
With the reporter, who he's been dating forever, and apparently they used to serial cheat on each other when they dated the first time round. Were always cheating. This is all hearsay.
That's awful.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Because I was talking
What does
to
that even mean?
I was talking to my friend about it, who is biggest Broncos stan you'll ever meet. Erin.
Yep.
Shout out has family, our Broncos family. She's born and raised in the sport. Was they used to cheat on each other all the time. You'd see them in the valley hooking up with other people all the time. We're not good for each other, apparently.
Yeah, but who actually knows that?
Yeah, no one knows. Hence the hearsay moment.
Well,
But
I mean, I hope their relationship now is healthy and happy.
as long as they're happy, that's all that matters, I guess.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, Paddy, off the market. Except I haven't seen anything official. And all the articles that I've seen about it have been a picture from like their high school formal.
Yeah, well, like, why are people talking? Like, what sparked it?
I don't know. Because like I assumed that clicking on the article and reading it, I would see like a paparazzi shot or something of them.
Or
like,
an Instagram post.
Yeah. Like having dinner or something. But
yeah, because it came out the day of the season launch.
Yeah.
And I was like, so are we just creating drama for the sake of it, or?
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
But all the photos used when people announce it. And the Carter Boys posted about it.
Yes.
Those Carter Boys.
Those Carter Boys.
But all the pictures are literally from years ago.
Yeah.
Like Paddy's got short hair.
Don't do it again, Patrick. Don't do it again.
Crazy.
But yeah, anyway, good luck to them and their relationship, if it's happening.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Angus Crichton got engaged. Sorry.
Who?
Angus Crichton. He was on the backstage with Maddie and Cooper John's pod.
Yeah.
He got engaged in the off season.
Oh, that's so cute.
I'm loving my
Good for him.
sports podcasts.
I love Cooper Johns, also.
Hilarious.
Side note.
That whole family I'm obsessed with.
He's so funny. I love him. And he's best friends with Harry Grant.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving
Who
on
didn't
to
know
AFL.
the name of the media girl.
Yeah, on our shit list, seriously.
For real. Since we're back in NRL, we probably should have spoken about the fact that Paddy's playing number 8.
Oh, yeah, the team list came out. Should I read it out to you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoopsies.
One moment, please.
Because I think this is their actual, like, will be their season. Like, they're testing out their normal season team list, is what that was giving me. But there was a name that I didn't know.
I want to know who the hell Gahamet Shibasaki is.
I Googled him, and he's played for the Warriors. Gahamat.
Because I looked him up on Instagram and it came up with someone who was not an NRL player.
So, he played for the Warriors. He played for, I want to say, the Dragons as well.
Yeah.
But he's only played, like, 3 games.
But what does
And
he
he's
look
26.
like? Oh, yes, I know exactly who that is. Ah, yes. Okay, so number 1, we've got Reece Walsh.
Mm-hmm.
No surprises there.
No.
Love you, Reece. Number 2, we've got Selwyn Cobbo. Number 3, we've got Katoni Staggs.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, we've got Gahamet Shibasaki. 5, Jesse Arthurs. 6, Ben Hunt. 7, Adam Reynolds. 8, Paddy Carrigan. 9, Corey Pakes. 10, Payne Haas. 11, Jack Gosevsky.
Yeah, I don't know how to say his last name either.
12, Jordan Ricky. And then they've put Kobe Hetherington in as a hooker at number 13. Which means Billy Walters isn't in there. Deloise isn't in there. Jock Madden
Brendy
isn't in there. Dean's not in there. Corey Jensen isn't in there.
Yeah. So I'm really intrigued to... Oh, they're in the interchange, though, aren't they?
Yeah. But they were all in the, like...
Starting 13.
Yeah, they're all 17.
13. 17. Whatever the fuck it is.
13?
13.
There's 13 positions, but I think
Yeah.
they also have their, like,
Yeah, I don't know.
interchanges.
Interchange is different from emergency
reserves.
or whatever. That's cool. Yeah, I don't
There's
know.
reserves and then interchanges and then...
And it's 13 for league, 15 for union.
Yes. But, like, all the regs were announced in their, like,
Yeah.
A-string team for the season launch.
Yeah. Just interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting to see what they do come round 1.
Cool.
Who said that? I think there's a ghost.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting.
Mm.
Well,
Intrigued.
we'll
I
see
guess
how
we'll find out.
Kobe does in the big leagues with the boys at 13.
With the big boys.
And how Paddy does at number 9. I'm sure he'll have no qualms. Like,
Yeah.
let's be honest. Anyways. Oh, one thing I noticed in the AFL. They run after the ball with the same vibe someone runs after a ping pong ball with. And sometimes it just freaks me out a little bit.
A little bit icky.
Like, because obviously I've tried to play AFL before. I know that the ball bounces in 7 different directions, okay?
Yeah.
I get that. But watching grown men try and scramble after it when it bounces in a direction
And
they don't
knowing
expect.
that that's their career. Like, their whole job is to run after that ball.
It's so funny.
Hilarious.
It's so funny. But also, Ollie Henry from Geelong was praised for his goal. Pretty much, he kicked like a parallel goal.
Yeah. Like a
Yeah. But,
boomerang ball.
yeah, but wasn't looking where he was kicking it. Because he was about to be pushed outfield.
Right.
So he just like went for it.
Yeah.
And it went in.
Wow.
And they're already saying that if like this counted, it could be a goal of the year contender.
Wow.
First weekend.
Interesting.
Mm.
I mean, I have to find the clip of that.
I mean, it's
Was he
not
hot?
like
Ollie Henry? I
there
love
was
the
like
name
17 people around him, so I couldn't really see in the replay video, but I'm sure he is
Oliver.
tall.
Well, very interesting.
Okay, and then we've got Indigenous versus Fremantle. I found it interesting that it's Indigenous versus Fremantle and not Indigenous versus any other culture ever.
And I also saw a TikTok about how some of the Fremantle players were out because they were playing in the Indigenous team.
Which I guess like makes sense, but why are we playing a random team?
But like then also you're playing a team with the best players that you can find. You're playing against a team who you've stolen the best players from.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
It
doesn't make any sense in my head. And like I guess it doesn't mean anything because it's preseason, whatever.
Yeah.
But still.
But the Indigenous team won 108-65. It was the first Indigenous All-Star game in 10 years. The last one they did was 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a big deal. They also were very interactive with the crowd. Like, they played a good game, obviously. Like, their footy was good. But every time they scored a goal, they'd, like, run over to the stands and, like, high-five the crowd and stuff.
I saw a video after the game too.
Yeah.
That I think Hannah sent to us.
Of that. His name is Liam Ryan.
Oh, you wrote it.
Yeah.
Did you already say this?
No.
He, like, went up and was taking photos with
Fans.
people.
Yeah.
And, like, jumped up on the railing to give this girl a hug who was, like, sobbing.
Yeah. Because obviously,
really
like,
cute.
it would mean a lot to
Yeah, to
the
watch.
Indigenous community to watch.
Where
And
did they play it?
How am I supposed to know that?
I don't know where they played it either.
But yeah, it was cute.
Yeah, it would have been, especially if it's the first one in 10 years, like, would have meant a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So interesting. I wonder why they haven't done it in the last 10. Who knows?
They played it at Optus Stadium in Perth.
Oh,
Of course.
interesting.
Why wouldn't they?
Obviously.
Obviously. Yeah, but I was wondering if they can interact with the crowd more because it's circular. Like
Rather
the
than
stands
rectangular?
are circular. Are they?
I don't know if that would make that much of a difference though.
But I feel
'Cause
like it
there's
just
less
means
space.
it's
Yeah.
sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm just ripping my hair out of this entire thing. I feel like there's less space between
Less
the out-
barricaded, I guess.
the outside, like the out of play line.
Yeah, I've never been to an AFL stadium, so I can't give you in person inside a scoop.
We need to go to the Gabba.
We do. Really need to get on that this year. With all the money and all the time that we have.
Of course. Of course. But yes, I do enjoy the high fives.
Once again, we've said it before, we've said it a million times. It makes them more personable, which just makes you like them more.
Yeah. Speaking of personable, did you know that the Broncos Fan Day is held at the Star this year? And it's only for members. You can only go if you have a season membership.
Wow.
Because it's usually open to the public
Yeah, and normally it's just at the club.
at the leagues club.
So interesting. Which is like
Yeah.
where they train, so like would make sense. It's at the Star.
It's at the Star Casino. Mind you, the Broncos have so many young fans.
It's all kids. Well, obviously it's not all kids, but like
And, like, I'm assuming it's in a place where, like, the kids can come as well. But, like, who...
so interesting. And you have to have a season membership.
Yep. Like, ahead of time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so rogue. A little bit icky, not gonna
Crazy.
lie. That's kind of
Just a little bit too exclusive for my taste.
rubs me slightly the wrong way.
Yeah. Like, so what, all the poor people...
Yeah, who can't
Can't
afford a
come.
season membership. Can't. Like, it makes it a bit exclusive.
Yeah.
Eat the rich.
Seriously. Eat the rich.
That's so rogue.
Anyways, Bulldogs versus Essendon also played. Essendon won 77-58, and then West Coast versus Richmond. West Coast won 62-26.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't watch those games.
AFL games are a lot.
They went for almost 3 hours.
Literally all weekend, the only thing I can recall doing was watching games.
And I had a burnt hand.
It takes a lot of time. And like I love it. I was enjoying it.
Oh,
But
obviously.
it felt like a job. Maybe because I was doing it alone. Maybe we need to actually just watch them together.
When do we have time to do that? Anyways. On the topic of Kev,
Yeah.
he went on a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't this one, so it clearly doesn't matter.
Obviously.
And
You probably didn't hear it because this is the only podcast that you listen to.
literally said that he supported the
decision. I'll just fill that one in for you.
that Dave's CEO made to get a new coach, and that's what he thought was best for the team, and Kev supported that. But that he made a lot of positive change to the club, and that he will be positive mindset there from Kev.
Yes.
He will be coaching first
Again.
grade footy again.
Mm-hmm.
So
And the podcast that he was on, the host of it, I'm assuming the host, made really good points about like the players who are now the big dogs weren't
yeah,
like you didn't know their names before Kev was coaching them.
Yeah.
Like the Jesse Arthurs, who was Jesse Arthurs 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And like yes, that's his development as a player.
yeah, of
Props
course,
to him.
But there's guidance towards it, and it's also everyone else, all of the
Yeah.
other trainers and physios
Yeah.
and whatever. But still, like,
The host was like, "You picked out these boys.
yep,
You
he
got
brought
them on the
Reece back.
team." Yeah. Like he did a lot of good. Just because they lost the grand final that he got them to, that they all got themselves to.
Last year was a shit year, though. To be
Yeah.
fair,
All the injuries,
attitude wise, injury wise,
everything.
losing wise, like.
Mm.
But also, I'm not putting that on Kev.
No.
But I think it was time for a change.
Yeah. And hey, I'm excited to see what this season's got for us.
And Madge seems to be doing a swell job.
Yeah.
And they all seem to respect him.
Mm.
Like, I was so intrigued to see if there was any, like,
Grudge?
snarky,
Yeah.
like,
Attitude.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can tell, obviously.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Even
But
the
I
way
haven't
they speak
seen-
about him.
Yeah.
Nobody's going on podcasts calling him a shit coach.
No. Not
No.
that you would, but
Well, that's what Selwyn did to Kev. Do you not remember
I
this?
don't remember that.
Cobo went on a podcast and was like, he's the worst coach.
When?
Blah, 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 blah. A few years ago, and that's why all the boys were on a media ban. Do you remember the Fletch and Hindy video with...
When they said they were on a media ban.
Because Selwyn went on a podcast and bagged Kev.
I was watching Fletch and Hindy
Me
best
too,
moments the other
on
day,
TikTok.
and I was like,
It was like a 10-minute TikTok video, and I was locked in the whole time. I freaking love Fletch and Hindy.
I love them, but on the other hand, I'm like begrudgingly enjoying it because I'm like, this is such man humor.
Literally.
But it's so funny. I feel it is so funny.
It's good.
Anyway,
I think that's all we've got for you.
I think that's it.
we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Sorry we're a bit late. I was on holiday. Georgie was in the burns unit.
The emergency room.
Also, when I posted that TikTok of the beach and then the game, and someone commented, "How good's Bagara?" I was like, "How the?"
I saw that. I
you
was
know
like,
this?
what the hell is happening right now?
I was actually like,
They must have
What?
stayed where you were
yeah.
before or something.
I was like, it must be a pretty recognizable.
You should reply in all
Beach.
caps just the word stalker.
Yeah, I'll get on that.
Stalker with a pointing hand.
Yeah. How do you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry,
Okay.
just thought I'd bring that up. Follow
Thanks
us
for
on TikTok
watching.
to see what we're talking about.
We
Follow us
love
on
you.
Instagram, subscribe, like, comment.
All of the above. I have
Yeah.
nothing else to add.
We love you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.